YouTube, what's good? Sad boy, hey, you see, I'm somewhere different today. I'm actually recording somewhere in my lobby in my apartment complex. And today, what I'm going to do is talk about NFL free agency. I'm trying something a little different, giving you guys my takes on sports. We all like to talk about sports, so today I'm going to be talking about NFL free agency. When we get closer to playoff time, I'm going to talk about the playoffs. May even yap about March Madness too. Y'all let me know if y'all enjoy these type of videos. But if you're new here, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm either looking at my phone, which I'll show y'all right now. See, I'm looking at y'all on my phone, make sure my camera's still recording. And then I got my notes over here as well. So enough of me yapping. Let's get it started. First team we're going to start off with, though, is the Niners. Okay, so this is my favorite team. For you all who do not know, I've been a Niners fan since the first Super Bowl loss in the 2010s, which was to the Ravens. I cried that night, but we're not here to talk about my pain. So, Niners, so far, we signed Mike Evans. I like that signing a lot. We also signed Christian Kirk, gave Dre Greenlaw a one-year deal, handed out a lot of one-year deals. This kind of signifies to me as a Niners fan is that this may be it. At least not with this. The entire core won't be gone, but people like Trent Williams, cooked. So Niners are going in for one more push. So to me, so far, I like what the Niners are doing. I think our offense will be a lot better than the previous year. We actually have receivers that Brock Purdy can throw the ball to that I feel like can create separation. Because as elite as Jawan Jennings was, for example, he didn't create separation. Hopefully, we get a more healthy year from Pearsall, and our defense can stay healthy. Because I think healthy Niners can compete in the NFC West. Are we better than Seattle? Nah. Are we better than Rams? Probably not. But I feel like with Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan, and if Raheem Morris ends up being a good defensive coordinator sub for Saleh, I feel like we can compete in the NFC. Do I think we're Super Bowl favorites or anything? Absolutely not. I'm not going to cap y'all boys out. I like being honest here. So, I think we look good, though. Next thing we're talking about is the Colts. I mean, I don't know how to feel about the Colts, honestly, because Alec Pierce just got paid a bag. I think he's getting close to $30 million a season. And me personally, unless he takes that elite, he's not even close to these talks of like elite wide receiver one. He looks like a good two. Like, he'd be better than a lot of twos in this league. But is he better than somebody like Smitty? No. So I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if Alec Pierce is like that. Opens up for Josh Downs. So Josh Downs should be able to get more opportunities this season. And then they re-signed Daniel Jones as well. Hopefully Daniel Jones looks anything like he did last season after this ACL injury he suffered, because he was looking good and the Colts did collapse. So I think the Colts, I mean, I don't know how to feel about the Colts. I think they'll be fine. I mean, they play in the AFC South, one of the worst divisions in the sport. We'll talk about another AFC South team later that I think is improving, but I don't think the Colts. I mean, the Colts had to do what they had to do, right? Like, they had to pay Alec Pierce. You can't let him walk. It's your wide receiver one. You traded Pittman. Kind of had no choice, but I don't like how much money they paid. So I guess we'll see. That's one of those we'll see ones. Next, the Vikings. Vikings 9. This just shows you how much they don't trust 9, bro. Like, JJ McCarthy's just something else. Ended up getting Kyler Murray on a one-year cheap deal. Things a very low risk, high reward play. You have the weapons there. You have Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, even though he didn't look the same last year. Jordan Addison, if he can keep his head in the game, he likes just doing random stuff off the field. So I think the Vikings have a chance. I think Kyler has a chance to revive his career, in my opinion. I really do. Because I don't think Kyler's terrible. Is he better than 9? Yeah, but what's that saying? Like, y'all know the picture of the clowns, or there's one clown next to a group of soldiers? That's 9. That is literally JJ McCarthy in a nutshell. So we'll see. I mean, JJ, It ain't looking good for you, bro. I haven't seen a fan base or a franchise turn on their rookie quarterback that fast in a while since nine. Like even Trey Lance got a bigger leash than that. Anthony Richardson did too. So we'll see. Vikings, I like the decision y'all made. Let's just see how it turns out. I think Kyler can revive his career though. Next, the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to be one of the most improved teams in the league next year. They get their healthy online back. Like Colton Miller missed a lot of games last year. Jackson Powers Johnson missed a lot of games last year. So you get those two back. You add Linderbaum. I think Genty is a candidate for being one of the most improved players in the league, even though he had 1,000 yards last year. I'm pretty sure. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Genty had 1,000 yards, so he should do really well next year behind that O line because he showed he has the talent. You throw in Mendoza, I mean, surely he's an upgrade over Geno Smith day one because he has a brain. Geno Smith just blind throws the ball. I mean, I can do that. I mean, I do that in Madden all the time. I throw picks and stuff. So I get it. I get it, Geno, for sure. But I think the Raiders could be a lot better in this next season. Say that. The O-line should be better. And then Max Crosby, the whole Max Crosby saga is just crazy. It's about to be a Raven that's not a Raven. So do they keep him or do you trade him? I think at this point you got to keep him, right? Because now teams are scared since the Ravens failed them on their physical. So we'll see. We'll see how they look. Then next, the Ravens. The Ravens end up getting Trey Hendrickson. Really, I like the move. I can't talk. That's bad. I like the move, honestly, because you keep your picks instead of trading for Max Crosby. So now you have those two picks that you lost. So that's good. Sorry, I had to make sure I was still recording. So you got those two picks that you lost back, and then you get a dang near as good pass rusher, in my opinion. I think Trey Hendrickson's not too far. Now, how do they translate all this into wins? Depends on their head coach. Jesse Minter can get them boys right. I think that team has a lot of potential, but they're like Megami. If you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, you get the reference. Untapped potential. Unrealized potential. I mean, that offense is straight, but Lamar still doesn't have a wide receiver one. I feel like Derrick Henry's got like one or two more elite years and it's over. Unless he just breaks the odds. 30-year-old running backs kind of die. And then Mark Andrews is going to Mark Andrews. Don't ever draft him in fantasy, by the way. I can't let that season go. I'm sorry. That was completely off the topic. But I like what the Ravens did with Trey Hendrickson. Will it translate to wins? We have to wait and see, obviously, because you believe in the Ravens week 1, and then by week 17, you're like, this team's fugazi. So I never put my hope in them again. Playoff dropper, Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ravens. I had to get that one off my chest. Next, let's go to the Dolphins. Now, I think the Dolphins are the worst team in the league now. Easily. I mean, they've lost. They gutted the roster. Got some picks, though. Traded Waddle. I like the return for Waddle. I think that was a good return for what he is at this point in his career. I think he's a wide receiver 1.5 because he's not a 1, but he's a good 2. So I call him 1.5. Him and Cortland Sutton should do good things in Denver. Do they keep A-Chain? I don't know. I think that would be – it depends, honestly, because it depends on their timeline. If their timeline is in 3 to 4 years to be good, I think you think about trading him because he's going to be on the other side of his prime. Not completely on the other side because obviously A-Chain's a young player, but you guys know running backs die faster. And a running back of A-Chain's size probably doesn't have that much longevity. But I may be wrong because he is one of the most efficient running backs in the league. So I think you consider trading him, and then if you trade him, it's really over. Can you name the Dolphins' best 3 wide receivers right now? Give me 3 seconds. Oh, you couldn't name them? Yeah, I can't either. I'm playing. I know one of them was like Malik Washington. And I think they got Tutu Atwell as well. That's about all I got for you. Side note, poor Malik Willis. Paid him all that money. Said, hey, man, we going to get you some weapons out here, man. Now it's just Malik Willis and me out there. I'm going to be running the routes for Malik Willis next year. It's looking rough. That's my pick to be the worst team in the league right now. Now, obviously, the draft and the rest of free agency can change that, but that's what I got right now. Next, from there, we'll go to Denver. Denver, I understand why you traded for Waddle, why you felt like you needed Waddle, but at the same time, I feel like you overpaid. I understand the process, so I won't say it's a bad trade, but I think you could have gotten another receiver for that price tag. Like, did you field any offers on AJ Brown, or did you not want that personality in your locker room? Did you look at Stephon Diggs? I mean, but I guess you wanted speed. So, like I said, I get it, but I think you overpaid a little bit. Let's see how the Broncos look next year. They should be one of the favorites in the AFC, honestly, because I mean, Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, you probably win it, right? Considering how the Pats looked and how the other AFC teams look. So I'm excited to see what Denver does next year. I think that's a really good team as long as they stay healthy. Next, the Rams. You want to talk? You want to talk about F them picks? F them picks, man. Rams don't care about no picks, no nothing. They just want to ride the Stafford wave as long as they can. So we see what happens. They definitely improved their secondary. That was one of the holes in the roster, with corner specifically. I think Cam Curl's a pretty good safety, but in Kitchens. But getting McDuffie and Jalen Watson was a really good play for them. Obviously, they don't care about picks because their timeline's on Matthew Stafford's career. So as long as Stafford plays, they're going to try to ride it out, get a ring. I mean, they're one of the few teams from recent memory to say F them picks and then go get the ring. When you get the ring, who cares about if you ain't got no first round picks? Go get the ring. Like when the Niners did it, we fucked it up. When it got Trey Lance and then got hurt and was just ass. But thankfully, we got Brock Purdy, but that's neither here nor there. But let's see how the Rams look. I feel like that team's going to be a lot better. I mean, they literally played the last two Super Bowl champions the hardest out of any other team in the league. So they're literally one step away. They just need to execute the fourth quarter. They'll be straight. So I'm always scared of the Rams. I think that's a really good team, really good coach. So no really changes there. The Chiefs. Got K9. I think that's a huge upgrade. Patrick Mahomes plays with the best running back of his career up to this point. However, I think that defense, nobody's talking about this, but I think that defense is terrible. You lost your top two corners. Chris Jones lost his love for the game of football. At least that's what he showed last year on tape. Your linebackers are cool, but you have no corners now. So we'll see how they look. I mean, they should be fine because you have Mahomes. But he's probably not going to start the season, so you have Fields. Can Andy Reid fix Justin Fields, or is Justin Fields just cooked? I think this is his last shot in the league, in my opinion. Because he messes this one up, no team's going to touch him after this. Chiefs are going to be worse. I don't know if they make a playoffs. I think they're a fringe playoff team right now. They could change this in the draft, of course, drafting some secondary, but they desperately need the help. Losing your top two corners in one offseason is never a recipe for success. Now the Saints. Saints are one of my contenders for most improved teams just because I feel like their initial roster that they already had is going to be a lot better. And then they also got Travis Etienne. And Travis Etienne is one of the better running backs in the league, in my opinion. I think Kellen Moore is going to do a lot with him because he had a washed AK and Devin Neal. So my dynasty team. So he's cooked. They got Etienne, but I think the Saints are going to be a lot better. And they should be one of – I probably picked them right now. I probably picked them to be my most improved team in the NFC. Now, it's more time, obviously, but they're my pick. The Falcons. If y'all play Dynasty football, y'all know how y'all draft players as your startup. Well, silly old me decided to get Michael Penix and Tua. So, I'm cooked. And my other quarterback's Jordan Love. He's straight. Now I have Tua and Penix. It's taking every fiber in my body not to say what I usually call him by. Just know it's a male body part. I'm not going to say it on camera because I don't want y'all to look at me crazy, but it's in every fiber of my body. So, back to what I was saying. I think Tua can revive his career. He has weapons. It's his brain going to work. That's been Tua's problem recently. His brain, that CTE, he's got the boy head spinning. So we'll see what he talking about. I think the Falcons should be straight. The Falcons' problem is they just don't execute. Maybe they can get right with their new coaching staff. We'll see. The Panthers. The Panthers probably had my most favorite signing up to this point. The boys went and got Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd is one of the better linebackers in the league. Had his career best season last year and didn't even charge them that much. I don't remember how much he got paid. I may show it on the screen, like here. I don't know if I did that right. It's the first time I ever did that. But Devin Lloyd was one of the best signings up to this point in free agency. And then they also got Jalen Phillips, who I feel like they overpaid considering his injury history. But we're just going to have to see if Jalen Phillips can stay healthy and wreak havoc, because he'll have Derek Brown next to him. That secondary is pretty good with Jeremy Chin and J.C. Horn. That offense is improving, pending Bryce Young. So the Panthers will compete in the NFC South. I think the NFC South can be a low-key bloodbath next year. I think Panthers can compete. The Bucks can compete. Saints can compete. And the Falcons, I think it's going to be a bloodbath. Not an NFC West bloodbath, but like a bloodbath of mid. Like just imagine a bunch of mid players just battling it out, like jobbers in WWE, if you know, you know. Next, we got the Manders. The Manders, absolutely overpaid for OA. I don't remember how much they paid. I'm sorry. I didn't write that down in my notes. But they overpaid for OA. I don't like that signing for the price tag, but as for positional value, it was the best you were going to get in this free agency class. A lot of mid in this free agency class. So you had to pay to get a pass rusher. So you did your job, but you definitely overpaid. And then they got one of the nastiest running back rooms in the league. Like fantasy football wise, I'm not touching any of them boys. Like JCM, Rashad White, Jeremy McNichols. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody too. But that just screams committee. I feel like all of them running backs in one game are going to have 5 carries in one game. And it's all going to be like 10 to 15 yards. And then they're all going to get 1 reception. It's going to be the nastiest thing of all time. It's a bunch of mid running backs too. Remember how everybody gassed JCM? Boys sucked. Unstartable. All right, I'm done. Next, we got the Tits. I feel like the Tits are my pick right now in the AFC to be the most improved team. Obviously, it's not hard to improve from being ass. The boys were complete cheeks. But getting Salah coming in, Daboll as your OC. You got Wan'Dale Robinson, who's not a wide receiver one, but you got to get something for Cam Ward. You got to see if you got it at this point. You can't really blame Cam Ward for his rookie year because the team was just so bad around him. But this year, we should see if Cam Ward's actually a legitimate quarterback. He had flashes, so this should be a good chance for him to be great. They also signed 2 corners in Alontae Taylor and Cordell Float. I don't know if you say float or flot, whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about, Giants corner. So I think their secondary is going to be a lot better. They got John Franklin Myers as well with Jeffrey Simmons, who you can argue is the best D tackle in this league currently. So that pass rush should be a lot better. No more double teams. Well, if they do double team, Jeffrey can go eat. So, or not Jeffrey, John Franklin Myers can go eat. So I feel like that it's going to improve the team a lot. And we'll see what they do in the draft. They have a high pick. Wherever they get there, it should be a difference maker day one. That team's going to be a lot better. Are they better than the Jags, Texans, or Colts? No. But finish this offseason well, and next offseason do well, they'll compete. They'll probably compete for a wild card spot in like 2 years. I was the first person to say that. I don't know. I think so, though. But I'm out, though. Was that a crazy transition? All right, I'm playing. Let me do an outro. So thank you guys for watching. That's the last team I'm talking about as a Tits. I'm sorry if you guys didn't hear me talk about your favorite team. These are just the teams that move me the most in free agency so far. Anything else in free agency happen, I may come back. I may not. I'll probably wait until after the draft, but we'll see. But I'm out, y'all. Peace. Side note, what the hell is going to happen to Juwan Jennings?